AITA for immediately stopping sex after my boyfriend of 11 years lets go of my hair that he has decided would be good to use as reins. We all know porn can mislead men and women into thinking that both parties are so into everything. Anyways, there seems to be a style of porn where men are overly aggressive and choose to grab women's hair and use it as leverage. We had been going at it for a good 10 minutes already, and upon switching it up he grabbed my hair, which he has never done before. In my instance, my neck cocked in an extremely awkward way and it was hard to make a sound. I have very long hair and he grabbed all the way up by my head, twisting my head back. The sounds I was making were me trying to say stop, but it just sounded like gags. This went on for around 1-2 minutes. Eventually he loosened his grip and I immediately snapped around and pushed him way the F off me. I was disgusted. I felt violated in the sense that, to me, in my opinion, there is zero chance he thought I was enjoying it, but he says he thought I was. He did not get why I would react like that, and it turned into me not communicating properly and therefore rejecting him. It hurt his feelings that I did not want to continue. So ladies, AITA, men, AITA, edit. The reason I mention porn is because that is where he has seen it and or where he got the idea. And just for your information, I like porn and am not opposed to it at all. NTA ouch, sounds like it hurt. Shouldn't he try new things out without asking, especially if it's an 11-year relationship? Rookie mistake made by a seasoned veteran. Shameful. NTA, some people do like hair pulling, but it's definitely a thing that requires consent and lots of discussion beforehand. Your reaction is 100% justifiable and has nothing to do with you rejecting him or communication. He is the one that should have squared the hair pulling with you first before he tried it. If he was unable to imagine your position, ask him what would have happened if during sex you had reached down and yanked his nuts hard without asking him first. NTA, how are you supposed to communicate properly when you literally cannot speak? If I were you, I would not have sex with this guy again until we had sat down to go over our likes and dislikes in detail, and come up with a clear safe word signal. And even then, I am not sure I'd be willing to give him another chance. If he is more concerned with his hurt feelings than your physical pain, his reaction is what turns this from bad to worse. Most people would feel horrible and apologize profusely if they hurt their partner by accident. NTA, he should be able to read body language. There is no way he could believe you were enjoying it if you were resisting for 2 minutes. He was the one not communicating properly. He should bring up new stuff without just springing it on you, especially if it is causing you pain. Guy, by the way. NTA, you do not do rough play in the middle of sex unless otherwise noted prior. I like hair pulling and choking and dirty talk, but I also like to make love and kiss and cuddle. If my partner or myself want rough sex, we ask the other to duck. If either of us want gentle love making, it is asked for. If it is not perfectly clear beforehand, morning or middle of the night sex, my partner will gently begin to venture into rough territory and rely on my nonverbal clues before continuing. Your boyfriend is baffling and could have seriously hurt you. NTA, it is your fault for not communicating your feelings whilst I choke you. But seriously, that shit needs to be consented to before you start. Need to talk to your boyfriend about respect. NTA, as someone into some fairly intense kink stuff, if you are going to try something new with your partner, especially if it limits their ability to communicate effectively, you need to discuss that beforehand. You are definitely not in the wrong, and perhaps you two should have a discussion about consent, safety, safe words before doing anything intimate. NTA, instead of him turning it into you not communicating properly, maybe he should have actually talked to you before he decided to do that to see if you had be interested in it. You are right, porn is not real life, and even if you do like rougher sex, does not mean you like it 100% of the time. He is a hypocrite for shaming you about communication when he is not communicating with you either. NTA, sounds like he is being a big baby. What if you surprised him with a dildo, and expected him to be super into having it up his ass, and if he denied, you made it out like he was being mean to you? NTA, trying new things in a relationship is a great way to spice things up, but he should have taken it slowly with pulling your hair to see how you reacted first, before going harder. I think you acted reasonably and have nothing to apologize for. NTA, not communicating properly. Sounds ironic. No, if you're not into something during sexy times, you absolutely have the right to end it there and then. NTA, your boyfriend is the one who communicated poorly. There is nothing wrong with being into hair pulling and such, but he had an obligation to talk to you about it before just trying it out. NTA, you do not have to like the same stuff as your partner. I like that kind of stuff, but I would never try it without asking my partner first. Your boyfriend definitely should have asked you first if this was okay, not the other way around. NTA at all. He is victim blaming, gaslighting you when he is the one who failed to properly communicate. Some people like edge play, but it all needs to be consented to beforehand and taken slowly. This reads like a sexual assault, and I am sorry this happened to you. I don't know if he is doing this on purpose. It could just be a wounded ego rather than willful manipulation, but it still reeks of immaturity, at best, and possibly sexual assault. I know some people give weird signals during sex, but after 11 years you should really be able to tell if your partner is having a good time or not. And even if you do know all their signals, trying something new unusual in bed should always be discussed beforehand. NTA, really? His reaction is making this a dump-worthy situation. He effectively assaulted you and is blaming you for stopping him and pointing it out. That and not noticing you gagging for 2 minutes is really egregious. Think long and hard about this relationship. NTA, and I say this as someone who loves doing what he did, consensually, and who has had several partners who also loved having it done to them, consensually. Him doing it suddenly and without warning was a bit of a dick move, but not unforgivable ones. But him playing the victim because you do not want it is just shitty on his part. NTA, if he wanted to try something new in bed, he should discuss it with you first. And all rough play should come with a safe word or a safe signal. A signal is good for this exact moment, like when you can make a sound, waving your arm or tapping his hand 3 times, whatever works. You also have every right to be upset, especially because the only appropriate response to what happened is, "I am so sorry, are you okay?" It sounds like he got very defensive. His being so dismissive of your bodily autonomy is a major red flag, by the way. Keep a hairy eyeball on him. Thanks for watching. Consider subscribing for more videos.